You're listening to the Superpower Podcast, Superpower Kids Edition, where author, philanthropist, and Superpower Kids founder Neva Lee Recla inspires kids to discover their superpowers and change the world.
Hi kids, this is your Superpower Kid, Neva Lee Recla, and today's show is going to be super fun. Today we have on our show Megan Fenno. She is awesome. We both met at Steve Olsher's New Media Summit, and it was a blast there. So she is a health and mindset coach, and she wants to inspire people to think healthy. Isn't that awesome? Today we'll be talking about strong willpower. Hi, Megan.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
I am too. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yes.
Yeah. So you and I both met at New Media Summit, and what was your favorite part?
I think my favorite part was meeting all of you fabulous podcasters. And it was so much fun just being around all of your energy and all of your different ideas. So it was really exciting.
Thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed connecting with everyone and meeting all the icons and all the people that were going there. It was awesome meeting you.
Yes.
Yeah. So what are your superpowers?
I love this question. I think when I first met you, I told you my superhero and who she was. And it's She-Ra, the princess of power. And so she was very, very popular when I was young growing up. And I feel that one of my, superpowers is just the energy and the excitement that I bring to people when I'm talking to them, when I'm working with them. And so I'm just full of excitement.
I love it. What's She-Ra from again?
I'm sorry?
What is she from again?
She-Ra is from, they introduced She-Ra when He-Man came out. Do you remember He-Man? Yeah. So that was back in the 80s.
Yeah, my mom told me about She-Ra and He-Man.
Yep.
Yeah. So I thought since you're a superhero and I'm a superhero, want to do a power pose?
Yes, of course I do.
It's mine. Love it. Actually, when I was researching you before this interview, I heard that you were going to start boxing. Correct?
I was. Oh, you've done your homework. Yes, so I do. I am a boxer. I box about 3 days a week.
That's nice. Actually, I remember that background.
Yes. That's where I get my power from.
I love it. Yeah, my dad and I go to our gym, Knockout Fitness.
Okay.
So I do the kids class, and yeah, it's fun.
Nice. It's always good to get a workout in.
Yep.
What's your favorite type of workout?
Probably going swimming because I love to go on the bottom to where my stomach can touch the bottom. I call it mermaid swimming. So
nice, fun.
Yeah. Let me think. So, what advice do you have for people or kids even on how they can know that they're strong and they have their own power within, and no matter what other people think, what advice do you have so they can stay strong with themselves?
That is a good question. And I've worked many, many years with kids about self-esteem and self-confidence. And what I love about your podcast is that's what you really, really encourage people to do, is to be confident. That's why I love your green hair, right? So it's exactly what you're doing. And as kids, we struggle, we can struggle really hard with standing out and being our own person because we want our friends to like us. And so the one advice that I always give kids is to find some statement that you really believe about yourself, which we call an affirmation, and repeat that to yourself all day long. So I have my favorite affirmation. It's right here. Can you see it? right on my shoulder, and it's my affirmation is I am enough. And so whenever I'm feeling sad or just not feeling 100% confident, I always remind myself that I am enough.
I love it. Actually, I want to hear one of my stories of when I stood in my power.
Yes, of course.
So it was on Monday. So on Mondays and Fridays, on Fridays my dad and I learn, and on Mondays my mom and I learn. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Thursday, that's my learning days. So it was Monday. My mom and I walked to the park. And I was just sitting on the swing. It was about the time where all the kids were finishing up school. And so there was a bunch of kids there. I was just sitting on the swing. And I'm a manifester. That's one of my superpowers. And I can also speed up time. But what I asked is, will you create a situation so I can stand in my power? So maybe a couple, 30 minutes or so later, this kid and I are sitting on the swings, and we're playing Truth or Dare, and then we just get to talking. And I had my dog Callie with me, and he had his dog, him, and he said, you know what I would do if your dog bit my dog? I would just slap him, just slap him. I said, you don't slap my dog.
Yeah.
Just a fair warning, you don't slap my dog. So he got a little intimidated, but it's interesting because I sometimes have trouble standing in my power. So it's normally my mom saying I chose to get kind of scared, and it was interesting to have it switched around. So it felt really good to be able to stand in my power, and yeah, since my dog's my life, no one hurts her.
Yeah, no one hurts your dog.
No one.
And it made you feel what kind of feelings did you feel when you were standing in your power?
Honestly, it kind of felt kind of weird.
Okay.
I mean, it also felt really, really good. I was proud of myself, and I'm glad that I protected my dog, and I bragged about it for weeks after, but...
That is awesome. And that's what it means, is to stand in our power, whatever makes us feel good, right?
Exactly.
And that's what's really important for kids to kind of pay attention to, is whatever makes them feel good. And if they're making right choices and, making themselves feel good and other people feel good.
That is for sure. I actually want to hear a tiny quick story.
Of course. I love your stories.
Thank you. So, my family and I used to live in Colorado, and I'm not a big fan of tornadoes, so I'm glad we live in Arizona now. But I was 5 or so, and this kid and I were he was 12, and we were just walking around in circles around a tree, and we were walking my dog. And out of the ordinary, he just slapped her on the back.
Wow.
And I went, no. So, those are my power stories.
Love that. You are very powerful.
Thank you. Yeah, I love it when I get to protect my dog. And one of the things I'm learning now is treat myself like I'm my own best friend. Stand up for myself, So that's one of the things I love to do. That's just, I love standing up for the people that I care about. In this case, the furry friends I care about. But,
yes.
Yeah.
That is super important. I love that.
Thank you. Do you have any pets yourself?
I have 2 pit bulls.
Ooh. Nice.
Yes. And they are the most Diesel and Jackson. And they're very, very lovable. They're very, very friendly. They love to cuddle. And so when I'm having a sad day or just want to have some fun, they're the best friends to have fun with, and they just make you always feel happy.
That's awesome. That's what Callie does. If I get hurt or I start crying for some reason, she'll always give me kisses, and she's like, Neva, are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing what those furry friends can do.
Yes, for sure.
So I think we have to take a quick break.
Okay.
We'll be right back. We've been talking with Megan Fenyo about strong willpower. We'll be right back.
Are you here to change the world? Do you talk about things like vibration, frequency, awakening, and consciousness? Are you pretty sure you have superpowers? The Superpower Net is unlike normal coaching programs and conscious communities. We provide training, intuitive guidance, peer-to-peer learning, intensive one-on-one coaching, and a high vibrational network of people just like you. When you join the net, you get 24/7 access to a collaborative group of people who support you as you master your personal power and unlock your superpowers. If you're ready to use your superpowers to change the world, then join the Superpower Net today. Visit superpowerexperts.com/thenet to learn more.
Okay, we're back, and we've been talking with Megan Fenyo about strong willpower. So, we were talking a little bit about, what it's like to stand in your power. So, do you have any stories where you stood in your power?
Well, yes, I have a lot of stories of standing in my power. And I think one of the funniest ones is because I'm really short. I don't know if you remember when you met me. I'm really short. And so I'm not even 5 foot. I'm only 4'11". So I think I really love the power pose that we did earlier because I'm short. Right? And so I always feel like I have to stand, when I'm standing, I have to stand with confidence, right? Because everyone is so towers over me, right?
What it's like being the only kid in business events, because everyone's either, or 6 feet, and then then I have to look up when I talk. It's so annoying.
I know. Now you know how I feel, sweetie. And I don't think I'm ever going to be over 5 foot. So that is really hard for me sometimes because I feel sometimes inferior because I'm so short and I'm, 38 years old. But I've really had to learn how to stand confident being short, right? And then other times where I've had to stand in my power, especially when it comes to when I work as a mental health therapist, when I work with patients. And I have to advocate for them, right? Making sure that they're getting their needs met. And so I have to stand in my power when it comes to advocating for people to make sure that, they're creating the life that they want. And so that makes me feel really powerful as well.
Yeah, I like that. I really like that. So actually I have another story that I really want to share.
Go right ahead.
Okay, so have you heard of Burning Man?
Birdman?
Burning Man?
No.
No, so my parents and I went for the first time back in 2017. And it's basically just an area where there's no violence. Everyone's just happy and connected, and they allow nakedness. And it's really fun. They have Buddha camp, Camp Corny. So unicorns are a giant thing at Burning Man. So
wow.
Camp Corny, I came back with a giant tiger.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was really fun there. But so they had 2 of these trampolines in somewhere called Kidsville. So that's where my parents and I camped. And so my friend and I were on a trampoline, and there's these people in front of her, and she wanted to do a front flip, but then she didn't want to hit them. And so they're like, just do it already. I'm like, she doesn't have to do a freaking front flip if she doesn't want to. And then it just got to the point where it was kind of annoying. So I just did it to get it over with, and so everyone would stop fighting, But I felt good because I was still standing up for her, and I got to do a really good front flip. So
good. Yes. You were standing in your power.
Yep. Or flipping in my power.
Well, flipping in your power, yes. Good job.
So, do you have any questions for me or any other advice?
Well, I've listened to some of your podcasts, but just tell me again, what makes you love what you do? Why do you do this?
So why do I do my podcast, or why do I do my businesses?
Why do you do your podcast?
Well, I love connection. So that's one of my big things. So I love being connected with my family. I love being connected with other people. And when I saw my mom doing her podcast, I decided, oh, I should try that. And so it took us like months of planning, but we decided to come up with the idea of Superpower Kids. And I just love meeting all these amazing people like you and like Joe Polish, JP Sears, and Sean Stevenson. And it's just so awesome to see what all these amazing beings are doing.
Mm-hmm. That is awesome. Well, you're so inspiring. And I was so excited to talk to you today because I remember meeting you at New Media Summit and I loved your energy. And I was just super excited to see you again today.
Yeah, I was really excited to see you.
Yeah.
So, let me think. Okay, I think we have to move on to Super Neva questions.
Okay.
So, I say it's like a supernova, but better. And I would have Porg introduce this with me. Have you seen Star Wars, the new one?
I have not seen the new one yet. No.
So they have a Porg, and he's sleeping right now. So
Okay.
Okay. So first question is, where's like a jungle or like somewhere far off in the world you've been?
Where I've been? Like the farthest place I've been?
Like the most beautiful, like kind of drastic foresty place you've been.
I don't think I've been to a foresty place. Like I've been to like Europe, but I haven't been to, I mean, I guess Scotland, there's a lot of hills and stuff there, but I haven't been to like a foresty place, I guess. I'm going to have to put that on my bucket list.
Have you been to Costa Rica?
I have not.
Wow. I really want to go to Hawaii, but this is the dress I got in Costa Rica. So
I've been to Hawaii, but I haven't been to Costa Rica.
Yes. It was our friend Ray's birthday, and we had like 25 people, and there was like little casitas. So I had a roommate, and it was really fun because the little casitas were just like a tiny living room, and it was so cute. And they had like a kitchen and everything, and all the stuff in Costa Rica was really tall. Like the sinks, most people did my dishes because the sinks were so high.
Well, then I definitely would have had a problem there too because I'm short.
Yeah, I just stood on my tippy toes.
Yeah.
But it was awesome because we heard howler monkeys at like 5 a.m.
Wow.
And it was weird because on vacation, you're supposed to sleep in.
Yeah.
I was waking up at 9, but the first 2 days I slept in. And that's unusual. I like to sleep in. And that was really odd, but it was really awesome because we saw like, have you heard of I think it's called like a Cody or a cootie? But, like,
I haven't heard of that, no.
Mom tried to take a picture, and she took a picture and she saw it in real life, but when she took the picture, it wasn't there.
Oh my goodness.
It was like a vampire.
Yeah, maybe. That's strange.
Are there vampires in Costa Rica?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was really odd. And we went ziplining like 5,000 feet up.
Oh my goodness.
So freaking beautiful. But I actually got stuck on the zip line.
I would have been terrified.
Luckily, I could see my dad.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really, like, luckily I didn't get stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been bad.
Yeah.
But luckily I could just, like, it was painful, though, because I had to do, like, a bridge. And then when the guy tugged me back, it was really painful.
Oh, it sounds like it.
What would you do if you got caught in the middle of a zip line, like, 5,000 feet up?
Well, I'm afraid of heights. So I don't know if I would be on a zip line, but if I was, I'm not going to lie, I would be crying Hysterically, probably.
I'd probably be screaming,
Yes.
like, help me.
Uh-huh.
And then I'd probably also be like, just bring me some water or something.
I would also try to be breathing so I wouldn't pass out. So I would be crying, but I'd also try to be breathing.
But I think they would send someone in if I got stuck.
Yeah.
But the zip lines were really fast.
Oh, I'm sure they were.
I used to be really afraid of heights, but now it's just like, it's so beautiful. Because when I do like scary, freaky stuff like that, like my parents and I went to Universal Studios in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And you've heard of Harry Potter, right?
Yes. Yep.
So we went on like all the Harry Potter rides. And there was an escape from Gringotts. And there was a giant draw. And when I do stuff like that, it's just like, if my parents are with me, they wouldn't bring me somewhere where I would die. And
right.
So it's just like, you know what, this is gonna be awesome. And actually want to hear another story that I got so freaking scared.
Yes, tell me.
Okay, so at Burning Man, they did something like a kind of woo-woo-y, like a shaman's death and rebirth ceremony. Yeah, and I was okay with it until one of the shaman came up and said, "Is she going?" And then my dad and I both said yes. And he's like, "Brave girl." I'm like, no, don't say brave girl. Don't say that. That just freaks me out. One of the shaman came up and grabbed me, and my dad luckily jumped in. It was weird. I was like dazed when she grabbed me, and my dad just said, "No, I'm going with her." And anytime I peeked, I got kind of freaked out. Because they'd say, "No, it'll be better if you don't look." I'm like, because they had a blindfold on us, and then mostly like half the time I was just crying and saying, "Daddy, I don't want to die." And I was just trusting myself and knowing that my parents would not kill me. And my mom wasn't with us, so we didn't know where she was, and she didn't know where I was. And there was this really tight hug after, and I was the only kid experiencing it. And that tight hug, whenever people joined, I was like, I had to look up to breathe, because I would be smelling someone's back if I didn't.
Yeah.
And so Dad kept on checking down, like, "You still breathe?" But that was really interesting, I shall say.
Yes, it sounds like it.
Yeah. So what is your favorite animal?
My favorite animal, I would have to say, would be my dogs. And I only like my dogs. I'm very particular. But I also love dolphins. Yes.
I love dolphins.
Yes. I absolutely love dolphins. Okay, what are your 3 favorites?
So I want to make $1 million and buy a pet pig.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that, and I'm doing it before the end of 2018.
Woo!
Woo!
You got this, girl.
Thank you. And I love dogs. Any dog that is loving and cuddly and playful, that's my type of dog. Like, Callie's very playful. So, have you heard of the goddess Kali?
Nope.
She's the goddess of destruction. And I say, my dog is the goddess of destructing your hands when you play with her, because we named her after the goddess Kali. I love dogs. So, my spirit animal is a butterfly, so I like that. But that's just out of liking. Ready? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I love dolphins.
Yes, dolphins. Yay!
Have you ever met and pet a dolphin?
Yes, I swam with the dolphins when I was in Mexico.
Awesome. For my birthday or for Christmas, my friends took me to go pet a dolphin. He was 6. He was the youngest dolphin there.
Aww.
And we got to do a little dance with him, and we also got to kiss him. And
Ooh, yeah.
he gave the last person a French kiss. So he basically just kissed her, and he went out in the middle of the pool, and it was so cute. And then, have you seen the movie Dolphin Tales?
I have not seen the movie Dolphin Tales. I should probably watch that.
It's awesome. So it's a story about a dolphin who gets caught up in like a net, and then this kid goes and saves her, and she lost her tail, and everyone was afraid that she wasn't going to survive. And the girl, Hazel, her dad was the owner of the aquarium that they were keeping Winter safe in. And I actually met the girl who played Hazel. So
Wow.
we had the same swim coach. We was like 2.
That's so fun. That's a random fact.
Yeah, we have a picture on Facebook. And so one of my friends, I go to the event called CEO Space, and that's where I learned to do every single one of my businesses. And so the guy, Bernie Dorman, who runs CEO Space, I consider him I call him Uncle Bernie. He's just my family. And he's been promising me to take me to go see Winter. And so CEO Space is out in Florida. And we drove over there because we were doing a non-CEO Space Florida trip. It was a business event, a business meetup kind of. And it was just so cool to see her. And it was a little interesting because the aquarium wasn't letting her play with her friend.
Mm.
But they said she was in a quiet space.
Did she get in trouble?
No, she was just being kind of quiet. But it was really awesome to see her. And I just love dolphins. I say they're sometimes smarter than humans.
I agree.
Humans can do some really odd stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so dolphins, I love their eyes. Their eyes are so gorgeous.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're just so playful,
Mm-hmm. They're always just so happy.
I know. They they have they cannot stop smiling. Literally, they're always like that.
They're always smiling. That's why I love them.
No, that's one of the cutest parts about them.
Mm-hmm.
So let me think. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't have any questions. What I do want to say just real quick though is, remember how earlier we talked about those positive affirmations and positive statements? Well, I actually have 100 of those different statements on my website. So any of your listeners, your kiddo, your kids, your friends, they can easily go there and get this whole list, and they can start practicing some of those positive self-statements.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the things I say to myself is, so I know I've created me being bad at names, because sometimes if I just meet someone, I'm just okay, I'm terrible at names. What is your name again? But I know that's me creating it because I say I'm bad at names. So anytime my friends say oh, I suck at cartwheels, or oh, I'm not a good swimmer, I'm just if you say you're not, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
That's just creating it. But if you say you are, you're going to be the best cartwheeler in the world.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Good job.
Yeah. So I should start reminding myself that, because I don't like having to ask people their name twice, because it's just don't want to be rude.
I know. I shouldn't say I'm not good at remembering names, because I should say I'm good at remembering names, but sometimes I forget.
Yes, that's me.
Yes.
If it's a name maybe I've heard of before, that's easier for me. But if it's a really unusual name, or it's something I haven't heard before, I'm just I don't want to be rude.
Right.
What's your name again?
Yeah.
All right. So I have one more question.
Okay.
And then I think we need to do funny FaceTime.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Last question is, what would you say if someone said they didn't like something about you?
I would say that would I say to myself or what I'd say to them?
What you would say to them?
I would say, if they said something that they didn't like about me, I would tell them how it made me feel. And then I would say that I am enough. So I would repeat my affirmation to them, because it doesn't matter if they don't like me or not. I'm enough and I like me. And that's all that matters.
I love it. Yep. What I would probably say is, okay, you can have your ideas. You're not going to change how I think about myself. I love myself how I am, and that's all I need.
I love it.
Thanks.
Perfect.
Thanks. Actually, want to hear something Sean Stevenson said?
Yes.
He said, you can have your opinions, but you're wrong.
That is perfect.
I know. Yeah, so are you ready to do funny FaceTime? Make
Yes.
your funniest face in 3, 2, 1.
I have a really long tongue. That's why I always have to stick it out for my funny face. But I cannot put my tongue to my nose.
Really?
I can't.
I can touch the top, like this part.
Yep.
Okay. I like doing a scary face as well. Ready?
Scary face? I don't have a scary face. I can do the same thing as you.
One of my friends says it looks like a skeleton.
It does look like a skeleton.
Okay. So would you like to join me in the sign-off?
I would love to.
All right. Remember, kids, we all have superpowers, and
we can change the world.
Hi. Thank you so much, Megan.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Superpower Up podcast, Superpower Kids Edition. Go now to superpowerkids.com and discover your superpowers today.